Thank you very much. Thank you. We took like a year off after we finished touring our last record to write our new record, and I became single for the first time in like my whole life, basically. Yeah, that's pretty much how everybody thinks it'll be, but I'm like the one person that's like never been picked up before at a bar or anything, and what? I know it sounds really silly. Nobody ever believes me when I tell them, but I find that there's no reason for me to play down my ability. I know. Okay, I'm getting distracted. So anyway, I had all this time to write, and I lived in this big house, and so I asked a good friend of mine who I'd known from high school to move in with me, because I had like all these extra bedrooms, and she was a painter, and so I was like, move in and we can be artists, and so we named our house the Art Farm, and we thought we were really clever, and but what about it was farm-like? Well, it was an art farm. We were producing art all the time, so it was like a farm. Yeah. So, except like, I mean, instead of producing like cattle or wheat or corn, we were producing music and art. Okay. So just be quiet, and then I'll tell you. So anyway, and while we were just playing the last song, I was reminded of the fact, it was a big house, but behind the house was a carriage house, and that's where the owners lived, and they resawed the lawn in the spring, and every night, or every morning when I would wake up, my landlord would tell me, his name was Mark, and he would tell me that in the morning when he would wake up, the raccoons would have pulled all the sod up, and it was driving him insane, because they didn't have a lot of money.
Those raccoons are bastards.
Pardon?
They're like, those raccoons are bastards.
You're right. So they used to pull up the sod, and Mark was really sad about it because it was really expensive. I mean, it's like cost a lot of money to lay down sod, apparently. So he started researching online all these ways to get the raccoons not to pull up the sod. And it was like, there was a ton of different ways, but one of them was really funny. You were supposed to like pee along the perimeter of the grass, because then they wouldn't cross the urine line or whatever. And that didn't work though. And after like a week, he had like circles under his eyes, and he's like, they're trying